Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? This is M.G.K, Mike Game Killer. I'm so happy to be with you guys. If you're out there in the worlds, please let us know that you hear us. Let me know what the levels are. Let me know what you see, what you hear. Hope everything is good. Everything is great. Um, it's a beautiful evening. I'm glad that you guys are out here with us. We got a special thing. I'm back. I'm just glad to. Oh, got a good high. So we got a good show. We got somebody on. This isn't really my show. I'm not gonna say this is my show. What I'm gonna say, this is a collaboration of two dudes that seem to like what each other's got going on, and with that, it's gonna be very easy. It's very easy to really communicate with people that you kick it with, and everything is good. So I'm gonna kick this intro again, and after that, I'm gonna bring them on. So you guys just hold on, and here we go. All right, so that was my intro. Hope it was good to you. And here we go. We got Endless. What's going
up?
on, man?
What's up, M.G.K?
What's
That intro
up?
is pretty cool, man. I like it.
You like that? Oh man, dude.
I like
What's crazy? Like let me tell. See, we talked about this music thing, and it is louder than I thought it was gonna be. So
Well, hey, that's okay. Like I said, you gotta do it to figure it out, anyways. But it's cool. I like it.
yeah. I kind of happenstanced into it. Yeah. I mean, you like how does that happen, right? I was talking to a guy. I was doing some artwork for I coach, so I needed some artwork for like one of my youth football teams.
Okay.
You
can't hear your music.
Is that better? Can you hear it now? Huh.
It's nice that we have somebody that's willing to let us know, though, because sometimes I'm always like, I gotta guess.
Okay, all right. So they say they can hear us,
Nice.
so that's cool. Well, if you can't hear music, it's fine. It's all right. I can turn that off then. There's no need to play it. Just play it in my ear. I get all the love,
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Share it with us.
Yeah. So thanks, beautiful one, that we can hear the music. If you do want to know, anybody out there in the crowd wants to know, that's my wife. Thank you, baby. She always checks out.
We were just talking about how you're awesome. You brought him. You brought him the life water, so that's key there.
So yeah, let's start this thing off, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man. I'll tell you a little bit about me. So we go do this. How about we do a back and forth interview session, since we're just sitting here and we're just kicking it up. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, sure. I mean, my first name is Dan.
Okay.
And I used to really be into like gaming as a kid, and like wanted to like do competitions, and I even did some of the I did 1 year for the Blockbuster thing and won it for my little town, but never did anything else. But I always thought that was super cool. It was neat to win the little Blockbuster thing, and I was like 14, and there was kids that were 17, 18. I think they did up to maybe not 18 but 17. I think 18 was the cutoff for that stuff. But that was cool. I got to like play that, and I won that, and I used to love it. And now I still love video games, but now I'm more casual. Like, heck, I've been playing Elden Ring so slowly. It's like,
I don't know. Elden Ring isn't really casual. I've heard a lot of people talking about they threw controllers and stuff, man.
Yeah, well, no. My cat sits on me, so I can't throw things, or else she'll go flying too. No. But she calms me down. But I love video games. As you know, we're adults now, and we got these crazy lives and jobs, and it definitely helps me just forget about the daily routine of work, and just kind of have fun, explore something, problem solve something that I know that I can possibly do over a few tries. It's not like trying to build $1 million bank account, in real life or something.
I got you. So, next question. So, what
Yeah.
what part of the world do you live in?
I'm on the East Coast near the Boston area, but that's
Okay.
not where I grew up. I've lived in a bunch of different states, so but
Okay.
East Coast all around. I
Okay.
grew up in like a
That's,
mining town in Pennsylvania.
oh, that's cool. I'm from the East Coast myself, so
Nice.
that's kind of cool. I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I like Atlanta.
Atlanta's it's different.
Yeah, I used to fly through Atlanta all the time. You guys have one of the best airports down there.
Yeah, it's you can we call people living in the airport, so
I believe it. It's
yeah,
huge, though.
yeah. If people like they find out they're there, and then all of a sudden it's like they've been living in the airport for 4 years. Nobody knew
Rent
it.
free. Well, that's a good deal,
Like you
actually.
got food, like they made friends, like people at restaurants and stuff, and
Yeah.
they've been eating every day, and they cleaned up, they walk around, look like they work there and everything, man. Until we had like this big security stuff going on, man, nobody knew.
Yeah, when I used to fly to like I used to travel a little bit for work. I only did it for a very short period of time, and I used to fly through there all the time and stop at that place called One Flew South and get a
Okay.
pulled duck sandwich. Oh, if anybody ever flies to the Atlanta airport, go to One Flew South and get a pulled duck sandwich. It is amazing.
No, we talked about that. We had a
Yeah,
little chat about that. Yeah, it actually inside of somebody else's stream, which was funny.
yeah,
As
I
you
love
talk,
it so much. I will
yeah,
talk about any chance I get. I will I'll bring up that damn sandwich. It was so
man.
freaking good.
I tell you this much: if you ever get back here, which I put out an open invitation to everybody.
Yeah, the Southern Fried Gaming. I do want to check that out. I
Yeah,
think.
for Southern Fried Gaming, it's gonna be awesome, man. It was my first convention. I mean,
Mhm.
I've been to other gaming events. I've been to like me and my wife. We have TBS is right by us, and they do a lot of the E-League tournament stuff right
Mhm.
here in our town. So like you can just
That's cool.
go there and watch the E-League stuff, like Street Fighter 5 stuff, and
Atlanta's getting like, I mean, geez, they're filming Marvel movies there
dude, they're
and
everywhere.
editing stuff there, and
You can't move anywhere from. I think within 20 minutes of my house, there's 4 large studios. I
mhm.
mean, like large studios, like Tyler Perry Studios, then
Oh, that
Universal.
place is huge. Tyler Perry Studios always
Uh,
blows my
dude,
mind when I look at
he,
that
he
place.
bought an army base.
Yeah,
He bought an army base, like his Fort. He
it's
bought
cool.
the yeah,
He's
and
doing a
he
lot of
converted.
jobs to a lot of people because, like, I kind of help do stuff in that industry, but more of a support side thing. And he's pretty cool. He does a lot of cool stuff.
As my boy Brad Embry. What's up, Brad? What's up, B Rad in the house?
What's up, Brad?
Facts. Oh my god, he just kicked the facts. This is a long story about it. Me and you get a chance to talk, I gotta tell you about facts. So he's a cool friend of mine. So, but yeah, Tyler Perry Studios is huge. It's no, I think it's not Fort Gillum. Is it? I think it's Fort Gillum that they turned it into. They turned
I
it
didn't
into.
know it was a military base. I just know it's huge.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a
man,
legitimate United States Army military base that the military, when they downsized, he bought it. He bought the
it makes
military.
sense though. Like that's a great studio kind of conversion thing if there's hangars and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, not mention that his property that has probably, I think he's on like 1,000 acres or something. That's kind of cool. He used to live right around the corner from my mom.
Hmm.
So like one of the movies that he filmed, it was I think I could do a bad all by myself, or I don't know what the movie was. My wife, she'll probably throw it up on there. But the movie was filmed in the house that he lived in. So most of the major scenes, the outside, everything where they show at the house was right around the corner from my mom. So like we would see all
That's
this
cool.
stuff going on, and we didn't know what was happening. And we was like, "Oh, Tyler Perry stays around the corner."
That's pretty neat.
And he stayed there forever until people like started jumping over the fences and
Yeah, I don't know what you do when you live in a scenario like that where
where you're like the dude, like everybody wants to be next to you. It's like,
Mhm.
do they want to be next to you because they think you're great, or do they want to be next to you because they want to touch you? Like I don't think people like those kind of people. I don't think they really want to hurt people. I think they just want to touch you. And I think
they want some of that goodness to rub off.
Yeah,
on
and
them.
I think they get carried away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Mhm.
if it starts off with just like, almost like biblical, where they just want to touch the hem of your garment, you know what I'm saying, to see if they're going to be blessed or something. And then it turns into, I didn't get blessed, so now I need now I need to touch you even harder, and now
You're
you
right,
have,
though.
and now
Celebrities have that happen to them a lot.
yeah, now, next thing you know, you talking about people getting battered and beat up and stuff. It's like, and then you talk to the person, they're like, I just wanted to touch him.
Yeah, look at the Mike Tyson thing.
Yeah, that was wild, dude.
I saw that video, and I'm not gonna lie, I would have probably done the same thing as Mike. Like, dude, leave me alone, guy.
Yeah,
That guy seemed pretty drunk.
Yeah, but that's the life of
Because
celebrity.
how do you get hit by Mike Tyson and still be like he was kind of conscious?
I'm about to say something. I know everybody watching the stream is probably be like, "Man, you're lying. You're full of crap." But I literally have the proof to show it to you. So for my 40th birthday, long time. Well, I say long time ago. It wasn't a long time ago, but it was me and my friends, me and my two of my best friends. All of our birthdays, we all turned 40 at the same time.
That's pretty cool.
So we went to
party.
Well, no, we went to Vegas.
No, that sounds like a movie.
Yeah, we went to Vegas, so we never have been to Vegas, and we're doing all this stuff in Vegas, man. We're eating good. Like first time I ever had $100 steak. I was like, which was absolutely terrible.
I've never had.
Because I'm like, awesome. Well, I'm broke, and I guess I don't know what $100 steak is supposed to taste like. It tastes like beef jerky to me.
Oh, really? See, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
It was like a 60-day aged porterhouse
60-day aged.
Yeah, man, it's like crazy. Like they cut it and they do all this stuff, and it's like, and like they serve you. They come out with these white napkins and they're like cutting it up and everything. I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. And when I was like, dude, I could have went and got me some Muncho Man, snap it to a Slim Jim.
That's awesome. I love it.
Kind of crazy.
Well, but you got to experience it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
even cool. Though, and that story was worth the price of admission.
So, but while we're out there, we ended up in the what hotel? I guess it doesn't really make
Bellagio.
That's it wasn't the Bellagio. It was the
only one I really know.
Yeah, it wasn't the. Was it the Bellagio? It wasn't the Bellagio. It was the.
I can't think of any other ones.
Whatever. Yeah, it was. This is one of the
Carlton.
We kept going from hotel to hotel. Because all of the hotels are.
Well, they're like free, kind of too. Like
so it's like
stuff as you walk in them.
So it's like you have all these different cities, like me and working away. So like when we first got there, New York, we stayed in hotel, but New York was like right next to us, and they have a roller coaster inside of New York. If you see the pictures of New York, there's a roller coaster. It's like a taxi roller coaster or something. So it's actually in the hotel, and it goes outside of the hotel and through the hotel and everything.
I've never been to Vegas. That sounds kind of
dude. You gotta go. So at 3 a.m, we wake up. And
does it run at 3 a.m?
It's like 24 hours a day
in the hotel. You're like, I guess everybody falls asleep.
It goes, Brad Facts. He's seen it. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. So it's crazy, right? So you're in the hotel. So we go in at 3 a.m. It's like $5 or $10 a person. Yep. You pay the $5 or $10, and it's an incredible roller coaster ride. Like we're the only people. It's a real roller coaster. Like it's got loops. Cool. It's got like 2 loops and through the whole right.
That's pretty cool.
So we're out there. So we're in the hotel and we're doing some stuff, and we go past this sports memorabilia shop in this gigantic hotel, and there's a sign. It's like this weird little sign in the window. It's like nothing. This major, it's like nothing, right? And it says Mike Tyson here today live, and we look at each other like there's no way that Mike Tyson
it's like someone hand wrote a note
like on the other side of this door, right? So we go in, and there's like this blue screen, and you can't, it's like half of the store is blocked off, and you go in the other side. It's like maybe like 10 people standing around. It's not a lot of people in the store.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy, we asked to say, look, dude, is Mike Tyson here? He's like, oh yeah, he's back there behind the screen. I was like, get out of here. Mike Tyson is here right now. Once again, I just had to touch him, right?
Mike Tyson's a pretty crazy dude in a good way. Like, he blows my mind of the stuff he's done. I've listened to him talk, and I'm like, man, he seems like a guru now.
Dude, he because he's going through so much.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the thing. So it was like, if you want to meet Mike, the thing is you have to buy some memorabilia. He's there to do a signing. So we're looking around the store, and I'm like, okay, it's our 40th birthday. It's not a big thing. We're gonna spend some money, you know.
Yeah.
We're balling. We're all the way from Atlanta. We're in Vegas. We're balling on like a little bitty budgets, and we're gonna do it, right? So like we both had to get permission from our wives to buy the smallest thing in the store, right?
That's awesome. So I would have to too, though. So yeah,
I bought a set of. Both of us bought a set of gloves.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good thing to buy. Glove.
So I was so excited. I had just bought my phone. I had a Note. This is the Note 20. So I want to say at the time it was like the Note 8 or something, 7 or something. And I left the Note sitting on the counter. And all of my friends, they all moved around. And my friend, he went before me, so he was already in there with Mike Tyson, him and his wife, and they were in there. And I was so excited, I couldn't wait. I went in there. And me and Mike are sitting there. Mike's like, hey, it's like his manager's like, have a seat, and all this other stuff. And it blew my mind. Like, Mike Tyson is small.
Oh yeah, he's not a tall guy.
He's not,
but
big.
He's thick. He's a thick boy.
Okay, look, I'm a big dude.
Yeah,
I'm a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 6'2", and I play.
But he's only like 5'9", though, isn't he?
5'9". He's thick, and I used to, everybody says what I used to be, right? You know, I used to be, but I used to be in pretty good shape. I played football in college and all this other stuff, and I was pretty good. So I was like, I'm not impressed. But
that's why they have weight classes, man.
Yeah, but you know, he was a heavyweight, so I was like, but this dude can pack a punch. So if he hits me, he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
So like I'm sitting there and I was like, I immediately get up and Mike is like, hey man, what's wrong? What's wrong? So I was like, yo, I really want to do this. I know I paid for it, and you're Mike Tyson, but like literally, I can't find my phone. I'm in Vegas. I can't find my phone. He's like, what do you mean? Like, you're gonna get up from this moment in your life to find a phone? I was like, yes. So I went out and I went back to the counter. The dude had the phone. It took me like 2-3 minutes. I came back and he's like, hey man, I just got to ask you, what kind of phone is it that you have that was so important to get up from talking to me? Like he realized, he's like, what phone did you have? I was like, I got this Note. He's like, man, that's the one on all the commercials and everything. I was like, yeah. So he's like, you mind if I see it? I was like, Mike Tyson wants to touch my phone? So I give it to him. And he's going through it. He's playing with stuff. I was like, dude, you ain't got to sign the glove. Just sign the phone. I never use it again, right? Like, nobody's going to believe this. Like, it's Mike Tyson's on my phone, right? So,
that's awesome.
So like we sit there, like I guess you're supposed to be in there for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he signs the thing, but it's like nobody in the store. We talk about the phone for 15 minutes.
That's awesome. What a fun, like, you have a text story with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like, dude, and like my homeboy, like my other friend is there.
That's
he's
awesome.
Like, what's going on? Like, he's like, I guess they're like answering, like, he's been in there forever. Like, they were in there for like 4 minutes.
Were they worried about you? They're like, I hope you didn't knock him out.
Yeah, I don't know. I was in there for the whole time, and then like my wife was there in there, so he's like, hey, tell her to come on over. So like now it's like me, my wife, and Mike Tyson, and we're just sitting there having this conversation. It's weird. Like, it's
that is awesome.
Having a conversation. And next thing I know, I got pictures. He signs the gloves and everything. And we take pictures, dude. And it's like, I felt like I should say, hey, Mike, can I get your phone number or something? Like, we're kind of cool. Like,
he would have probably done it. I think he seems like, just as long as you don't pester him on an airplane.
Yeah, I see. So like I literally have about 4 or 5 pictures in my phone of me, my wife, and Mike Tyson.
That's pretty cool. That's
just
pretty cool.
chilling. Like,
no, I've seen Mike Tyson punch a punching bag, man, and I don't ever want to be that punching bag. And I'm a big boy too, just like you. And even though he wouldn't maybe impress me in his stature, he'd impress me in his skill. You know? So
Yeah, he was. I was trying to read this, Brad. I know you're gonna be mad at me, but I really don't know what you said. He said something in the.
yeah, it looked like I was
Oh,
thinking it said,
he said, "Oh, he's cool."
until
He
he
said,
hits you.
"Until
Until he
he
hits you.
hits you." Yeah. So
Right? Yeah,
that's
he's
my.
definitely cool until he hits you. I don't want him to hit me ever.
I don't. And you know what? Like I said, I wasn't like
I'd
when I not
hopefully
mad at
be
him. I
able
was
to
like
run away.
when I saw him, I was like, "Am I being punked?" Like I don't know. I guess I had
No,
this
like,
whole thing. Like Mike Tyson's supposed to be like some ginormous dude, right?
TV makes people look
Yeah,
larger than life
I
too.
felt like I was like I just paid some money and these dudes are punking me, man. Like I just gave these dudes like this money for these gloves and it's gonna be like Mike Tyson spelt wrong and
It's like meeting Eddie Murphy's brother.
yeah,
He kind of looks like him,
yeah.
but he doesn't exactly look.
But at the time he had the tattoo and he's got everything. It was Mike, man. It wasn't with Vegas. You're scared there's gonna be like lookalikes and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
okay, but I'm gonna finish this little story real quick. So we talked about the Tyson thing and the celebrities and stuff. I got one piece of the story left, and then we're going to gaming, right? And then
I like this story too.
So the next, so I'm not gonna tell. We was out there at a very tragic time though. So if you remember the shooting that happened out there a couple years back.
Yeah.
So we were there.
That was a big deal.
We were there actually, in the arena was right across the street from our hotel. So, and it was kind of weird because the city shut down for like 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Like they shut down the hotel I forgot the hotel he was at right next to us where he did the shooting. And actually from our room, you could see it, like the room, like weird. It was creepy. But so we were there for like almost a week. So by the time we got ready to leave, they opened that hotel back up.
So that's a quick turnaround.
I mean, but it was like they didn't open up their room, but the hotel itself, you know, because they had
I figured
restaurants and things like that. So we went over there. Me and my wife, my friend. Well, actually, it was just me and my wife. My friends, they were going to leave, but before our flight left, they opened up like the day that we left. So we was like, we're going to go over there. So we can say we've been there. We've been in all the major hotels, and we went there. So we get in there. This is the funny story. It's real tragic. Here's funny. We already met Mike Tyson. We've already had good steaks. We've already rode roller coasters. We've done everything that we could do in Vegas. We've been in the Venetian. We rode the gondolas through the hotel, and we've been in the ice bar. We got pictures. We've been in the ice bar. Everything's made of ice inside the bar. It's cool.
In Vegas,
they have ice bars like this.
It's a desert. That blew my mind more than anything.
Inside of the mall, there's a bar, and you go in the bar, and it's like a giant freezer. They give you like we were in there in shorts, and they give you like these jackets. Like it's cold. Like everything is made of ice. Your cups are ice.
Weird.
Your ice cubes are ice. You know, like with the seats and all the stuff. Like there's like it's funny because it's like a bartender inside the ice bar, and like she sits in there all day. It's like
she's like,
"Damn it, I'm gonna make you like this really subpar drink so you get the hell out." You know, whatever. It's kind of crazy. So we're in the other hotel. We're walking through. We know we got to catch our flight, and we see another sign. And there's another sports memorabilia shop. Well, this sports shop looks way better than the shop that Mike Tyson was in, right? And on everything, man, I promise this. People write books about crazy stuff that happened to them. So I'm standing there. We're walking through, and I see this guy. I'm a sports guy. I love guy. I play baseball, football.
Yep.
Not so much basketball. I play, some other sports. I play golf, and I was telling my wife, like, man, that dude looks really familiar. It's a dude standing by the door. He's holding a bat. I was like, is that Charlie Hustle? It's Pete Rose? It's Pete Rose. He's standing at the door. Like and I guess because like, they did they did like a signing there for him too. Nice. But it was, they had already scheduled it prior to all the events happening. So he still had obligations to show up. So literally, there's nobody in this hotel. Like, it's like I can count the people that's in there. Pete Rose is standing by the door, and he's like, "You want to come in?" I'm Pete Rose. I got some stuff for sale. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, sure. We'll walk in. It's like, I look at my wife. I was like, you know, this is Pete Rose. She's like, none of this shit ever be worth anything, right? He's never getting into the Hall of Fame. Like, that's his biggest.
It might be worth something because of him not getting into the Hall of Fame.
Dude, the way he was selling the sign and stuff, it's gonna be so much stuff out here.
Oh, really? He's like,
nah, hey. And it's kind of funny because, like, literally, you know, usually, like, you don't have to deal with the celebrity like that. So it's like I have to, like, I walk past, they got these tables of stuff. It's like bats and gloves and cards and pictures, and he's literally the person standing there asking you to look at the stuff. It's like Pete Rose is standing there, dude.
Yeah, he has to hawk his own shit.
Dude,
yeah,
and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, my wife was like, all I want this guy. I was like, yeah, Pete, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel sad for you, Pete. I'm sorry. See ya. That's what it sounds like happened.
Yeah, so we walked out. I was like,
yeah,
I just turned down Pete Rose for some of his memorabilia.
Well, you know, you wouldn't be faulted for it.
Yeah.
Especially from the sounds of how much he was trying to like hawk it.
He was like, "Hey, come on in." He's like, "I'm
Pete cloth." I signed.
He's like, "Hey, I'm Pete Rose. Have you heard of me?
Really, you played baseball, right? Didn't you gamble?"
Like, hey, I know who you are. I was like, I'm in that generation. But
I love that he's in Vegas too, though.
Yeah, he's in Vegas. It was really funny, man. It was hilarious. So
Vegas has lots of people, famous people, that show up and do little skits.
Yeah, we went to see the Blue Man Group.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen them.
If you go, David Copperfield, if he's still there, go.
Do that. Yeah, I would love to see that. I've never seen a giant crazy magician show. That'd be pretty neat.
Dude, blew my mind.
Yeah, blew my mind. You know, I love. It sounds super cheesy, but I love those movies. Like I love the Prestige movie. I don't know if you ever seen that, Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, and then I loved that other movie that had Hugh Norton in it.
Okay,
it was another magician. What was that one called? I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Now you see me and all that stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah, those were. I love those types of movies, so I would love to go see something like that. Yeah, I would definitely.
And you know what? The movies have nothing on the show.
I bet not.
The live show is crazier than the movie does. I promise, dude. I promise. So, anything you want to ask me? I done went off on a wild tangent. Okay.
Oh no, that was.
I guess I just gave my life story, so you don't have to ask me anything, right?
No, that was fun. Well, you gave me the fun Vegas story. That
it's cool because like nobody believes this, man. It's like I have photos. I have proof.
I like that he was like checking out your phone for a good while. He's like, this phone must be pretty good. It's cooler than Mike Tyson.
So he's like, he asked me, he's like, so what phone do you have that made you walk away from me? And you've already, hold up. Now, understand this. By the time this is happening, I've already paid.
Yeah.
So, like, he could have literally told me, no, you can't even come back in. Yeah, he could have. Yeah, it's like, I was like, dude, that phone, like, that was the first $1,000 phone I ever bought. Like, I was like, I'm going, like, I understand I just paid a couple $100s for these gloves, but that phone was a stack. I'm not.
I know. That's going to have your pictures on it and your contacts.
It had my whole life in it.
Yeah.
At the time. So
it's a lot easier to move contacts now than it was back in the day, too, it seems like. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
But okay, gaming.
Well, I got other questions. I'm looking at gaming questions. I know that I see you got a bunch of cabs behind you, and we were I was trying to talk your ear off about games. Yeah. And so like what got you into like your first home arcade cabinet? Like tell me your first home arcade cabinet story if you want.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I belched drunk.
Oh, it happens. We're adults.
So
what's up, Chosen One?
Oh, Chosen's it? Oh, he said he was gonna be here. What's going on, Chosen? What's going on, brother? So, you said, what's up? Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So it was. I mean, it was nothing crazy, dude. I had already been doing gaming and stuff. I've been gaming, much like yourself. I've been gaming my whole life. I was weird. I was always like the athlete nerd, right? So
no, I was too. I played football, soccer, hockey.
Yeah. So my granddad, he was. when they was like these weird computer things, and we had Tandies and all this other stuff, he would buy me this stuff. Like he would buy me, like I had computers in the 80s, and when nobody else did, like, and you couldn't do anything. Like all you could play was like Oregon Trail. And,
no, but he's probably knew that was going to be the future, and he's trying to give you a one up on it.
So it was cool. Like, so
cool.
I've never been a stranger to technology.
Right.
I've always had this stuff, and I had like the old Amicos, and I had these, the Segas, and I had close to all the Ataris, and I had the Nintendos.
Yeah.
And that was it. I had that stuff. So when this stuff started, when I was a kid, we used to have the Nintendo Super Show. Do you remember that? The Nintendo Super Show used to be like a traveling thing.
No, that sounds pretty. I want to look it up. I've never heard of that.
So yeah, it used to be. Oh, he said, man, that's dope. I didn't get a computer until for hella. Yeah, hey man, a lot of people didn't, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was spoiled.
Like the show.
Yeah, it was a show.
Okay.
It was like, you remember when like before the Power Glove came out and they did the movie, they used to have these tournaments. So it was much like real life. So they came to Atlanta. They went to I think they went to like 10 cities. Mm-hmm. So they came here, and me and my friend, my mom dropped us off. We was like young kids. She dropped us off, and it was just like the movies. Like they had these giant stages and screens, and they had Nintendo set up everywhere.
It's like the Wizard, I bet, man.
Yeah, it was like that because they had the Power Glove, but this was way before social media. Right?
Oh yeah.
So people aren't walking around with cameras.
No, if anything, there's like a VHS camera.
So what's crazy is they had the Power Glove at the show before the movie came out. Before, like when people were getting it, and I remember telling them I had to have it, and I ended up getting the Power Glove for Christmas, and like it was so funny because you remember how you had the little bar thing for the Power Glove.
Yeah.
Like, 3 blocks, and you had to have it going around the television. My television was so small it like really didn't fit, so I had to like glue like 2x4s. Like it would hang off because it was a set size. You couldn't make it any bigger or any smaller. It was what it was. So I had
seen them. I never had one, but I've seen them.
So I had to like extend it out to make it work. What do you say? It says to say check it out. Oh man, we'll see. Right now we're just having fun. If you guys like it, man, hey man, I'm with you good people on the computer and somebody good here talking to me, man. It's cool, man. It's easy. It's easy when it's fun, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I went there. That was like my first major gaming thing, and I was like, this is so dope. I never experienced anything like this. Like people were literally competing on these stages and all this other stuff. It was dope. So and then life happened. So I started getting bigger, I started getting older, and I started playing a lot of sports, and I was pretty good to the point where like it started really kind of taking over like a lot of my life.
Yeah.
So I didn't play games as much. We played the Segas. We still played around. I used to go to the arcade. We had the arcade in the mall. For us, it was Tilt. For all you Georgia people, Tilt. Got to get that out there. And in the food court, having fun. And I guess didn't take it seriously, but I still loved it. I had, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. So I've already been called out by UAG and some on his show or some other people. I know my name says Mike Game Killer. I killed the games. I love to have fun. There's my wife. She's from Atlanta. She's talking about the gold mine. Yeah, it was another arcade. It sucked. Don't worry about it. It was in the hood.
Like it sucked.
It was in the hood. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's for that was for the poor people. We don't do that.
Well, I've been in those arcades.
No, I'm just joking. It was actually pretty good. It's funny. Like people used to go from arcade to arcade here. Yeah. Like the arcade, just like everywhere else, it was the place to meet. So like all the teenagers, like when we got out of school or whatever in the weekends, you go to the mall, you get a slice of pizza, you get a cookie, or you want to talk to a girl or something, and you end up in you end up in the arcade, and everybody's having fun, and that's what it was. We just had fun.
Mall arcades were definitely more high end than my local neighborhood arcades.
Yeah, I believe it. We actually had a arcade in my little town. I lived in a small town here in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta. They say,
I had one in St. Louis.
"Oh, you had a Tilt too?" Yeah, Tilt was dope. Tilt, I guess they were a chain because I found out a lot of people said that they had Tilt, so it was pretty cool, and they kept up on pretty. And I like the fact that they actually kept their machines up.
Nice.
So like if you had, and they had like a lot of them. If it was like something that was popular, like everybody was talking about the Killer Instinct stuff, like you could hear it throughout the mall. And it was like, you know what I'm saying?
I
like
remember that.
They had like 5 Killer Instincts going across the front,
That's
and then
awesome.
they had like when they had Blitz, they had like 5 Blitzes across the front. It was kind of cool. Like it was so loud. It was just
malls.
so loud. Yeah, malls were cool.
They really were.
Cool,
I
man. Like
I don't know why.
You just go sit and hang out and sit down and just people watch, and people actually talk to people, and you met people.
Yeah,
that was good, man.
It's probably the last time I talked to a local neighborhood person that's over the age of 75. You know,
yeah, like
all walking.
Yeah, it's cool. So like, but after that, I didn't really do a whole lot. Everybody was playing the consoles. I had all the other consoles. I never had a PlayStation.
Yep.
I never had a PlayStation. I think everybody ragged me on it. So right now, if you're gonna rag me out there, it's okay.
Oh no, I never had like an N64 and stuff, and everybody always like ragged on me because I never owned one, and I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I went from like Nintendo to Sega to a PlayStation, and just I just didn't have money.
I mean, you didn't like I be like, ooh, the soft story. I had a single parent household, you know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of cool. Like, I mean, I would skip a generation with a lot of consoles, but like I had the Sega and I had the.
And I went back and did play them, and I played them at friends' houses.
Yeah, but that was
there for the generation. I just didn't own it.
But that was the cool thing, and now I get it as a parent. I like to think that a lot of these parents would talk to each other. It was like, so my kid is getting this, and your kid is getting that. So you had because I had the Amiga, and then you had this, that. Yeah. So we would go from house to house, and you could play different systems. Everybody had something, but it gave you a reason to go to your friend's house. It's the epitome of what nostalgia is now when we think about it, and it wasn't.
Yep.
It wasn't the flashy stuff that everybody talks about. No. It was the little stuff. It was like, hey, mom, I'm going down to, Josh's house.
Controller.
Yeah, I'm going to Josh's house. He's got this cool game. He just bought, his dad just got him this new game, and it's the system that you don't have, and you got the Sega, and he's got the GameCube, and he's got this, and he's got and everybody, like, I remember going to people's houses, and it was like 10 or 12 people sitting around on the sticks, but that was the death of the arcade.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it was in a sense. I mean, I worked in an arcade when I was 19 and 20.
Okay. How was that?
It was pretty cool. I'll tell you what, though, it was in a mall, and you were talking earlier about people living in the Atlanta airport, and I was like, shit, man, that sounds like when I worked at the mall, because we would just go and get pizza at Sabaro's Pizza, and
that's right, it was right next to the arcade.
I'd give them like a bunch of tokens, and they'd give me a bunch of pieces of pizza, and like I just made friends with all the food court people, and I'd give them tokens, and they'd give me food. That I lived a good life then. I miss it.
See, Charles told us he had a Nintendo and no TV. He had a friend that had a TV and no Nintendo. Perfect,
right? I had
marriage.
I had a little plastic white television. It was black and white, and that's what we played our Nintendo on for a long time. And then I remember our parents would be like, "Dude, don't hook that up to our big color."
Yeah, like don't hook it up. Like you can't. Don't hook it up to the good TV. Don't hook it up to the good TV.
The big colored TV's what, like a 23-inch or something? Yeah. That's like the wood paneling with the speaker and the dial.
Dude, God rest his soul. I had a friend, man. His name was Tony. Man, Tony was a good kid, man, but he was a thief. So we had like a KB Toys or something, man.
Yep.
Tony didn't have a system.
Oh,
he didn't have. He
always had games.
He had all the games. He was like all the hot games. Like I remember when we wanted Mortal Kombat. Like when Mortal Kombat came out on Sega, it was a big deal. Over 18, I think. You could, like, dude. We went to the mall, and he was like, and all of us had met up at the mall, and He was like, "Yo, I'll be back." Dude, he came back with frozen, like he like it's like in summertime. He's got like on a bomber jacket or something. You know what I'm saying? And he comes back, but still having like all the games used to drop around like in the around Christmas. Remember? So like he would come back and he's like, "Let's go." He's like, "Let's go." Like, okay. So we would go back to people's houses, dude, and he would like he'd just be plopping out all the new games, dude. Like, here you go, like this is for you. And well, now I'm gonna say this. At first, he wouldn't do that, so he was smart.
Yeah.
Tony would keep the games, but he knew that was a way to get into your house to play, to be social. So that he became cool.
Yep.
He had the games, like. I had the system with like 3 or 4 games. He had no system with 25 games. 30 games. He come over like with a bag. It's like, and it'd be like he had the bag that had the cartridge thing where you could stick it. It was neat and everything. It was pretty. He had no system, no controllers. Hold up, no. He would come to you. The bag had the games and a controller.
He's like, he brought the good stuff.
Hey man, it worked.
That's pretty cool. I remember my friend got the Super Nintendo, and I did like a sleepover at his house the first weekend he had it, and we played like Pilot Wings and some Super Mario World, I think were the 2 games we played or something like that. But yeah, that was great.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So systems, all hell Arcade 1-Up, right?
Yeah, I mean everybody likes Arcade 1-Up. I got 2 of them behind me, and
I think if I look over here, if you look way back in the
Marvel and a Pac-Man,
I got the Marvel and a Pac-Man, right? Mm-hmm. So Marvel was another weird story, but the Pac-Man was weird because I guess everybody started doing this liquidation thing, right? Where all these places are liquidating stuff, and I got online. Hold on, what's that? Hold on, I got to read this. Hold on. For real? Shit, Mom wasn't giving up the only TV. So you had a TV. She just wasn't going to let you get it. I got you.
Which makes sense because that's like what I said. My parents were like, no, you can only put that on the little TV.
Hey, let me do this. I got to do a standby just for 1 second if you guys don't mind.
Cool.
So we'll take a small little break. And we're going to do that, okay?
I'll chat with the chat. I'm on mute.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I had to handle a little bit of business. If I didn't, it might have been a problem.
Life happens.
So
that's pretty quick. I must say, that's impressive.
I can get it done kind of fast. I don't.
We're talking about getting work done here.
Yeah, getting work done. Work. That's all work. It's work.
Yeah.
It's the work. So, but
get the dirty minds out of here.
But Chosen, I get you, man. I had my little TV, man. My mom wouldn't let me. But I was spoiled, man. I hate to admit it. As a grown man, I'm gonna sit here right here.
I hung out with spoiled friends.
I'm looking up in the camera. I was spoiled. Yes, I was spoiled. I'll admit it, Mom. If you ever get a chance to watch this, I was spoiled. Yeah. I was spoiled. I was the only kid for a long time, and it was just me. She worked really hard to do some stuff. But my first cab. So let's go back. So I got this thing. And I started watching these. I was watching I'm gonna tell you like Gene, Mad Dad.
Yeah.
And some other people that were on the scene, and I was hitting them up, and we was talking about it. and I was already doing stuff with pies and stuff, and the people had emulations for pies for a long time, and the emulation with the pies, and it didn't have to necessarily go to a cabinet. We was doing it on TVs, and we was doing flashes, we was doing bills. I was doing some Fox 01 bills, and I was having fun with that stuff, man. It was a hobby, something cool to do when we just didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah. Get a good way to play retro games.
Yeah, so I was like, that's cool. And then when I got online, I don't remember since I was out of Park Chain and the Columbia Ball. Oh yeah, Nico Brad, Missouri guy.
Yeah, I had two different the one I worked at was called Namco Cyber Station, which was like a newer generation of arcade.
It was owned by Namco?
Yep. Yeah, they had a bunch of chains in the mall and in malls and stuff like that. But yes, but when I grew up, we had an arcade called Timeout, which was really cool and had like a fun retro-y, fun, colorful theme to it. And then we had another arcade, and I'm drawing a blank on what the hell that one was called. I can't remember. But we had like two different ones. And then we had like Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza.
Well, I'll say this much. Growing up in Atlanta, like my wife just said, literally, we had a bunch of malls. So we had malls everywhere. We had
tons of stuff.
Yeah, we had malls like in the middle of downtown Atlanta. We had the Omni. There was an actual, if you know where the Hawks used to play, it's a place called the Omni, right? So, but before it was what it is now. It was the Omni. I think it's what's called what is it now? Phillips Arena now, but it was the Omni back in the day, and the Omni was basically a mall. So attached to the arena, there was like a mall attached to it. That's so cool. You could go eat in the wintertime. They had an ice skating rink in there. In the summertime, it was like you could go. They had carpet. You could go roller skating. But they had a movie theater in there. They had like a food court, and they had an arcade.
Nice
inside of the same place that you went to watch the Hawks play basketball, and that's when the Hawks were really, really bad. And the only thing they had was Dominique Wilkins and Spud Webb.
Yep, I remember Wilkinson.
Yeah,
Wilkins, right?
Dominique Wilkins, yeah. Yep. So that was cool. So
I started collecting basketball cards around that time, and I think I had his rookie card. I started collecting.
I hope you still got it. It's worth. Really? It's actually worth some money, I think.
Oh, I might.
Yeah,
I didn't throw them away.
I didn't throw anything. I got Steve Avery rookie cards and all this other stuff in there.
Yeah, I seem to like focused on one hockey player at one point in my life, and I have no idea really why, because it's not worth shit.
Who was it?
Nicholas Lindstrom, which is
okay.
He's a well-known hockey player.
Yes.
It's not like a Wayne Gretzky rookie card or a Mario Lemieux. Those are the like two major ones, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
that's cool. So like, when the resurgence came back up, man, I was already playing, man, and you
already got cabs. Like, so did you build a cab at all when you were doing the pie stuff, or were you just playing?
Yeah, so I got a guy, and he had a Pac-Man.
Oh, nice.
This Pac-Man right here. I've owned a lot of arcade one-ups, but he had this Pac-Man, and it was $75. And he was like, "Hey, I don't know anything about this stuff." It was before the big boom. It was when they were still $200 or $300 in the store.
Yep.
So when they were going clearance, he couldn't sell it for $200 or something like that. So it's whatever. He's like, "I got a Pac-Man, and it had one of the sides was busted." It was like, so that was back when you could still call Arcade One Up customer service. I told him, I said, "Hey, I got a Pac-Man with a busted side." It's like, "Oh my God, no, we'll send you out a new side." They sent me all this stuff, right? So I got like a new control deck, a new side, everything came from it. So that was my original one, and I did a couple of pie bills, and we were experimenting with the encoders and stuff with this stuff. And I was talking to a lot of these guys now that are pretty big. All these, it's crazy. Like we had this community before YouTube was blowing up and all this other stuff, and people were making videos, but it was more like how-tos.
Yep.
People were doing the how-tos; they weren't really doing the community stuff. So it was kind of cool. And I built this Pac-Man, and that was it. So I took it from being this, like right now it's all original.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it went to being a multicade machine with with PCs and upgraded monitors and
It's had
custom
like a big
decks.
life.
Dude, and I had like so it's funny. Like I talked to JC. I've been knowing JC for a long time. I had like risers and stuff when he was designing risers, and
That's pretty
it's
cool.
funny, man. Like I had all this stuff, and then I started building the stuff, and I was like, okay. I started selling them. I started building them, and I started selling them, and I was making a little bit of money. It was kind of rough because much like what I want to talk to you about next, it was a little difficult. You can set script, of course, for a lot of automation on some of this on the pies and stuff, so you can keep people out of the menu areas of it.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, you always have people who want to poke in places they don't need to poke with. So people were like calling me like, "Hey man, I did this and I did that. Oh man, my build
Oh,
is
you're doing
doing
IT
this."
support then.
Yeah. So at this point, I was like, man, you know what? With my job, I don't have time to do it. So I got out of it. You know, I still did it for myself. And it came into the story when you was talking about next. I was walking at Sam's and I
Yep.
saw this really cool machine. I didn't get it. I told my wife, I said, let's get it. And it was the that games.
Yep.
We didn't get it. And I went back and I said, let me take a picture of it. So I took a picture of it. And after that, I went in, I didn't do anything with it. I didn't do any research.
Yeah.
And it came out. And I remember like everybody was like, oh, I gotta get one, I gotta get one, I gotta get one. And I was like, and they was making all these promises, these bold promises about what it was going to be able to do. First time I ever heard of like like OTG.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is dope. So I got one.
Yep.
I went and got
Is
one.
it the same one you have now?
Well, I've had two.
Okay, cool.
This is the same one that I originally bought, the 1.0.
Yep.
And I bought a 1.1 when it came out with the buttons because the 1.1 came out around the same time they were announcing the pinball machine.
Oh, okay. See, I've only known them since right around the time, like about 6 months after they announced the pinball machine.
Yeah, so this was almost a year before that. So I had it, and that's when everybody was doing. We started doing the stuff with sauce.
Yeah.
Building sauces. It was before even the sauces had a front end and all this other stuff. Like it was nothing like it is now. It was literally a bunch of guys on Reddit and a bunch of the guys on Discord trading files and loading thumb drives, and it was weird. So we all had it, like we were doing it, and then the sauce team got developed, and it was like, hey, can somebody get artwork? Can somebody get this? Can somebody get that? And everybody, it was a community thing where everybody would like you could submit what you had, you could submit it, and it got really big, and once we finally got it to where it was viable, like I think I still have my first USB drive of my first build ever when it was like complete, and I was like, dude, I don't need anything else.
I know, it's game changing.
I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. The screen is actually nice.
Yeah.
I think and then I did a PC build too. So I did a PC build, dude. I went stupid. I did CoinOps, not a CoinOps X build. I did a actual CoinOps build, and it ended up being 3 terabytes when I was done with it.
Oh wow, that's like just the ROMs and stuff.
So just everything, all the systems. Like I didn't do any handhelds, but I did that. Plus I did the PC builds. So I did like all the PC stuff on there. And dude, I was like, I was sucked in. I was like, this is it. And now at that point in time, when anybody asked me, like, what do you like? What do you game? Like, what system do you want? Like, what do you recommend? I was like, I don't recommend nothing. I'm not building nothing else. Don't ask me to build you nothing. I say, go buy this machine. Like at the time it was like $5.99 or something like that. I was like, go buy it. Trust me, you can go. And I said, yeah, you're going to spend a little bit more than you would on like an at games at the time. I think the at games was $3.99, $4.99, somewhere around that. Then once you because remember at first they didn't come with the riser either. So you got that, then you had to buy the riser, you had to buy all this other stuff. Yeah. So people were like, man, it's crazy. But I was like, I told people like, you'll never buy nothing else. Yeah. And the only reason why I even got rid of my 1.1 was that I was in the very first wave of the pinball machines. Like I was already I was already doing stuff with at games a little bit. So like
You
all these
were in
guys.
the front door, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so like how like now we can say it now. Like I had, I already had was on their list of stuff, and I wasn't doing YouTube so much. I
Yep.
think I did have my channel at the time, but I was only putting out a couple of videos.
Mhm.
So, I was on the media list to get information and some other stuff. And
Cool.
I was working with them a little bit with some stuff, nothing big like what some of these other guys were doing.
Mhm.
But and I was into the pinball machine. Since I already knew what the legends could do,
Yep.
I was already hyped up about the pinball machine, so I did both. I was first wave. Like when dude, like I remember, I was first wave to the point where the community was so small. Like
Was you and two other people?
well, I mean, it was crazy. Like it's funny. Like you told me what's his name? Cool Toy
Mhm.
and retro like Ralph and all these bigger guys that are in the community. Like all these people were in it. And they were like, it's a lot of people like nostalgia and all these people were into this, like were in it, and we were like, people were fighting. It was weird, like people were fighting in communities and online and stuff, and I was talking about some stuff, and I got kicked out. It was the first time I ever got kicked out of a community, and they had to let me. They had to let me back in on like on a technicality. It was weird, and
I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. No lie.
Yeah, it was weird. So like, I mean, I've been around it, but like now we have the advent of all these different systems, man. Like I didn't get the Neo Geo. I was kind of upset that I didn't get that. The Neo Geo cab.
You still get it. There's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to drop through the floor since it's basically been hacked to death now. So
Which if you get it, do that. It makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, so I want to get that, and I got the iArcade.
Which is a good machine. I like mine.
Which one, the Neo Geo or the
No, the iArcade. I like mine.
I got it too. It's funny. I got it. Nick, I wanted it, and Nick, UAG.
Yep.
Called me and was like, yo, man, he sent me this link. And I was like, in which my wife was told, he actually, it's a long story, him and my wife was totally pissed off at him for doing it.
Because, she's like, why are you sending him this?
Well, no, it wasn't that. She sent me a link to it's the website where you like get all the men's stuff. It's like the cool website.
Sharper Image or something.
It's like Sharper Image, but it's like the high end. The high end stuff. I forgot what it's called. I got it on my
GQ
phone.
or something.
Yeah, it's like that. It's something weird, right? So, and she sent
Playboy.
No, where is it? I got it because I get stuff from
Men's Health.
No. It's weird, right? So and it's funny. Like I know I've gotten a text from them because they send out these weird texts all the time, right? So basically, he sends it to me, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool," and it was like $3.99 or $2.99 like for the whole cap. It's just like their clearance. These things must suck. Like I was into the community, but I was like, I didn't buy one yet. I was like, this must be trash. So I went on and bought it. And I guess it was like it was right after they did like the pre-order early releases, and I got the basic one. I guess what happened is everybody was buying the theme cabs.
Yeah.
And nobody was buying the black cabs.
Yep.
So it was like the black cab for like $2.99, $3.99, something like that.
So you got the good deal, like the super good deal.
There it goes. She's watching it. Touch of Modern.
Touch of Modern. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That is the more fancier one.
Yeah, it's like they sell Rolexes and all that good stuff on there, right? So I got it. And I've been in love with it ever since. I have a big beef with it, and we'll go down the line of stuff I'll ask you about some stuff you got to.
Yeah.
Is that I'm not a big, I love the a la carte game thing. I love it. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's gonna. I think that ultimately, after having all these big systems with terabytes of ROMs, and you can't play them, you can't play them. I can't play all that. It's kind of cool being like, and then you find like 60% of it's trash, and you're like,
like I play 5 games out
of you got all these, you got 10,000 games, you play 3.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. So it made me revert back to it. That's why I got rid of all my arcade 1-ups. I sold all those, and I kept the one. I kept the Pac-Man. I turned it back original because it's cool just to have a Pac-Man. It's a Pac-Man. So I had that. I got the Street Fighter because everybody started getting into fighting games, and it was an online cab. I got my Legends cab, and I have my arcade. Those are all the cabs I have now. I got rid of. At one time, I had a whole bunch more, and that's all I have. Yep. I have a PC. that I have stuff. I have my Steam and I have Fightcade and I have a
Well,
fight.
Fightcade covers a ton of crap too.
Yeah,
So
so I have this, and this is my thing. My wife helped me out with this. So give me 1 second. I'm pull this out. You saw it. I sent it out to everybody, but anybody's watching, I'll send this out. So, ah, ah.
ooh, that thing's nice.
Ooh,
I love the graphics and the buttons too. Like it's so nice when people do that, and I think that's really nice.
So it's all white. If you remember, it's the Mayflash F500 Elite. So it's got the Sanwa. So it's got the Sanwa buttons and it's got Sanwa joysticks, and it works. It's cool, but it came in like some weird, dirty looking color. It looks dirty as crap. I don't know if if anybody's ever bought one. It's
Nintendo Manila folder.
It's horrible. And then when I took this thing out the box, I was like, "This is trash."
Did you paint it white?
Yeah, I painted it.
It looks like manufactured white. It doesn't look like you painted it. That's awesome, man.
I painted it. I got the graphics, and I made sure I got the graphics to kind of match the dragon thing. So it's like
it matches your headphones. It's so white.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing, my build, everything is white. No, I did. Of course, I did. Though. Yeah, so I did that, and I love it, man. It's kind of cool, So I'm into like I'm trying to get into PC gaming.
Yeah, I mean it's I've been doing it for a while, but like there's some games that if you ever were like, what are games that you like? I'll give you a list of stuff, and I'll tell you if you can tell me what you like, and I'll be like, oh, you could try these that are like kind of PC centric.
Okay.
But
so okay, you talk to me. I've talked my ear off. I've talked your ear off. I can talk forever. I like to talk.
I like talking too. Well, I mean, it's cool to hear about your at game story and you making all the Pi stuff. It's funny, like I bought like a Pi, the first one they added Wi-Fi to them.
Okay, was it the three?
I want to say it was a 2.
Was it the 2?
Yeah, I wanted to
say you know what? I'm thinking it was a 2. The 3
like
was
2B or something, maybe.
It was like the 2B. I think the 3 was the first they did like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
they did something like that on the 3s before they did the 3B pluses and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I wanted to use that as an emulator and do all that stuff, but I never got around to it. I still have it sitting in a drawer somewhere. Like I put it together and it turns on and I had everything going, but I just never put it in a cab, never did anything with it. And so that was really disappointing that I never got around to it. I've always wanted to like build a cab that was like a multicade like that. But now, once I learned about Arcade 1-Up and at games, I was like, well, I'm not going to build that crap because it's easier and quicker for me just to buy something and then, throw stuff on a thumb drive for like the high-low hack for the MVSX or doing OTG and having a PC hooked up to it or doing the Coin Opus X or something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, and then the PC gaming stuff, I've been playing that since like Age of Empires and World of Warcraft, but not World of Warcraft MMO, but the actual Warcraft.
Okay.
Like OG RTS game and stuff,
like Dungeons and Dragons type digital.
Yeah. Like I used to love, like my older brother was really into D&D, and I always thought it was cool. And I knew about D&D, and I never played it until I was like, geez, probably like 10 years ago I played it, which was way beyond when I learned about it. But yeah, like I like PC gaming because it does open up, like you can get emulators and all this other crap. Put a Pi and a Wii in my old Marvel Superheroes cab. That's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Putting a Wii in it is a good idea because if you have some old consoles, why not repurpose them like that?
No, I like the fact that some of these companies are coming out with these docks. I think that's the dopest thing ever. Like, so like you can like I forgot that somebody did a video on it where you could take they buy the dock, the control deck,
Genesis
in the Wii and all this stuff, and you could just dock it like that. Yes, that's super dope. Like you don't have to do anything else.
That is super cool. And then it just goes out to the monitor. And you can use your control stick. That's what I want to use. I want to take the Steam Deck and hook it up to the ALP at some point when I get the dock for it, so I can do the OTG with like Pinball FX and stuff like that on Steam.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. I just speaking of that, I got told you I'm so happy for you, man. You got it. You playing with it. I love your videos, man. They're dope, man. I every time it comes out, it's like I'm living vicariously through you right now.
Well, you and a lot of other people, because I guess I didn't realize it was going to be that hard to get them.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't either.
Yeah, you and everybody else. The whole shortage really just kind of shafted everybody. But I was there waiting for the clock to tick over, and as soon as that 1 second went past, I started spamming it, and it took me 5 minutes to actually check out of spamming it from like that second that it ticked over. And everybody was like, "Oh, I was there for 2 hours trying to check out," and they started right at the start. And I was like, "Oh crap! I just lucked out." And happened to refresh one time at the right moment, and it like let me sneak in there, and yeah, and I'm so happy to have it, because it's like being able to play a PC game and then like, oh, I want to go hang out with my wife in the living room. She's playing on the Switch or something, or she's watching some TV. I can hang out with her at least. I can just take my game that I was playing on the PC and take it with me.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it lets you stream it from your PC and everything.
That's crazy. Like my wife, we're in my arcade, in my studio / arcade, and we have her Switch and we have my Xboxes and we got some other stuff. But I would love to be able to do that. Like, and I think that's our biggest thing. Like we're both trying to get into the PC thing. Where we have our bills. But I would love to, like, sometimes we just want, like, I want her to be able to play. I don't want it to be a situation where it's like we got to choose,
And it's also weird that you have to sit at a desk, like instead of sitting on your couch casually playing like you do on an Xbox or a Wii or something like that. And I think the Steam Deck is bringing that PC stuff experience to the couch, so which is really nice. And I think you'll love it when you get yours. And I think the 64 gig one is fine. We're not going to have to, put a terabyte SD in there.
Okay, so we're here. We talked about this before the show. So I'm gonna throw this out here, the elephant in the room. Ready? You know the question, but this is questions for the world.
Yeah.
I know you have the 256 and you bought it.
Well, no, the 512.
Oh, you got the 512, the big boy.
The
big boy. So, and I ordered the 64.
Yep.
I'm a little bit funny. I do a lot of research stuff. I don't. I like to think I'm spontaneous about purchases, but I'm the guy that I went like today with these headphones. I walked in the store, but I also ducked off in the corner and watched about 15 reviews before I pulled the trigger.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you.
So I'm spontaneous in the fact that I'll buy it, but I still want to know it's good. So when I saw that, and I was like, okay, when they said they was definitely gonna have the NVMe drive, the NVMe slot inside of it, right?
Yep. I
was like, it's no way they're going to put that there and not be able to utilize it, even in the 64, if it's going to be in all three models. I'm a tech guy. You're a tech guy.
Yeah.
Most of the people out here,
the boards are all going to be the same. It's too expensive.
When they was like, when they were like, they're not going to do it. They're just, they're just basically pricing the memory that they're putting in there. And I was like, okay. It's like they don't have upgraded joysticks. Now they did have the upgraded screen that you got, and now with
but you're right. You're paying for the stick.
Yeah. So with the advent of all these companies coming out, like I was looking, I look on Amazon all day, and they have the cases, they have the glass, the anti-reflective tempered glass now, and they have the SSDs. Do you feel slighted?
Well, I don't, because it's, I'm a fanboy of the company, but my suggestion for people is don't buy the 512, buy a 256 or buy the 64, because you can put a M2 drive in there. The micro SD cards are also pretty quick. I've loaded games off of it and versus the M2 drive, and I don't notice the difference. Like it's like non-existent to me when I'm using the device. And I think that's because it's caching stuff into the RAM, and you're actually reading it from the RAM anyways. I don't think it has a straight beeline to all that stuff because it's a system.
Yeah, because you're catching VRAM all the time. So you're basically just, it's sitting in there storage, and you're basically getting the filter out. So it's like boom, 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 filter out, process, filter back. So I mean, you're in the VRAM anyway. So,
and I think what your device is like mine has your same 64 gig memory chip in it because it's a separate piece. It's not the M2 drive. Yeah. And that's probably once you add an M2 to the 64 gig one, you'll have the equivalent of 256 with the standard screen. And I've seen a video. There was a really nice comparison video of a guy who has the two of them. He says the only way that this would matter to you is if you played out in the bright sun. And he's like, I don't find myself doing that. And I don't either. I mean, I will go outside, maybe sit in my hammock. I have a little pond out back, and maybe I'll sit in the hammock. But the sun's up in the sky, and the screen's going to be facing my face laying down. So I shouldn't have any of those. It's not like the sun's beating on it. So, yeah, I think that if you're going to buy one, get the 64 or the 256. But I'm a fanboy of the company, so I wanted the little better. I missed the motorcycle. I wanted, they're like jamming out, you know, and like the motorcycles have like the music going all loud. Yeah. Which in the road's pretty far from my house, so that shit was loud as fuck. But so I wanted the fancier case, but I've also seen the difference between the two cases. And this one has like a textured fabric on it.
Okay.
Like you can hear it.
Yeah.
Where the other one's just a smooth thing, and it doesn't have this raised colored little emblem. It has kind of like a ghosted gray version of the emblem. So that's the only difference on the case side of it.
Okay.
And I don't think that's something. Do I feel slighted? No, because I did research and I knew what I was getting into. I like Steam and I like helping them, and I think Gabe Newell, the guy who like runs Steam, is a pretty cool dude. And I just wanted the best version of what they offered, and knowing that out of the box, and I'm not a big modder because I just want it to work because for what I do for a living is I do support and mod stuff and help fix shit all the time. So when I'm not doing work, I don't want to do that crap.
Okay,
I just want it to work.
You got the text with my phone number, right? You'll be like Bobby in a minute. I talked to Bobby. It's like I talked to Bobby, and Bobby's like, "Oh, Mike, man, you know me at work, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't because Bobby works in the casino. Yeah, so he can't. He's like, yo. I was like, Bobby, man, I need your help with this. I got like a couple hours a day to do stuff for myself. I was like, Bobby, it's me, baby. It's me.
Yeah. So I try not to like. That's why. And it's not that I don't like modding stuff. I mean, I did my little joystick and I modded it and I soldered the stuff, but it's not something that I want to do a lot of. I don't get as much enjoyment out of it because I feel like it's my job. You know what I mean?
I understand. I do structural mechanics and engineering, and I'm gonna tell you
that's more fancier than the shit I'm doing.
You know, because people, it sounds way fancier than it is. 90% of my job is just fixing everyday. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be everyday stuff to most people, but it's everyday stuff to me because I've been doing it so long. So like when I come home, it's like my wife's like I can fabricate almost everything. Like everything that I've done, like I can do metal, I can do wood, I can do masonry. Like my whole setup here that I talked to you about here is like I did the whole thing.
Nice.
I did everything. It's like
I mean, it's aesthetically pleasing. Everything you're set up,
but I don't.
I know your wife helped you too, so she's a good job.
But I don't want to do anything. Like people are so pissed off. They're like, "Hey, don't you want to?" No, I don't. I don't want to do anything.
I don't know if you know what Chosen One's job is, but his comment's funny.
What is this?
I do my job outside work all the time.
Yeah, what's this? It seems like it never stops. It's crazy. Hey man, I love this dude, man. He's hilarious. I love.
Yeah, he is. He's like probably one of the nicest people I've met in the community in general. I have like a handful of people. It made me like stop worrying about other parts of the communities that I'm not part of and be like, no, let's just focus on the people that are cool and that like give me the time of day.
Well, you know what's funny? What's up, Nick? What's going on? I was just about to say something, you know, and it's kind of cool because like when I started, like me and Nick and all of us, we started together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, I'll give him all the props in the world. He's been to my house. He stayed at my house. He came here for Southern Fried, you know, and and all of us, you know, me and him and Ralph and all of us got together. He says, and we. And I mean, we had fun, man. But life kind of got the best of me, man. You know, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the pandemic, man. I guess a lot of people took advantage of it and thrived. And like I said, my wife she threw me a hurdle that was kind of weird. Like when she started getting me this stuff, like I guess like like I said, she got me this camera,
Mhm.
and it was a trickle down theory to the point where like I didn't want to do anything with the shit that I had. It was like I felt so inferior, and
No, I know what you mean.
I
Felt
kind
that
of went
about
into
stuff.
chosen one. Yeah. So like I kind of felt like I wanted to I didn't want to hello
Do it
assist.
half-ass is the
Yeah.
kind of way I look at it, you know?
So I didn't want to I didn't want to I just didn't want it to be whack. You know,
Yeah.
this is basically I didn't want it to be whack, man. I wanted, I wanted to like you guys say you like how my stuff like Nick was like after I
Yeah,
did my
this stuff
last
is
stream,
nice.
Nick was like, yo, dude, what are you doing now? Like your other, he's like, I liked you before. Your other stuff looked like doo doo compared to what you got now. I was like, it's like, I mean, I kind of invested, but I'm gonna tell you the truth is I invested in it because
Yeah.
I want to have fun. I don't want to
Yep.
be pressured to do something I don't want to do. I just want to have fun, and I like meeting good people and talking to good guys and talking about community stuff. Don't get me hyped with the post run purposes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they should start adding you as a special guest once in a while on the Weekly Retro Party.
You know what? It's funny, man. Like me, Gene and Nick, we used to do our show. That was
Yeah.
what we did. We did our show, and it's not their fault. I understand.
Oh no,
this.
I don't.
It's not their
I'm not
fault.
gonna. I wouldn't think that.
I dropped off the map. It was
Yeah.
me.
Life happens.
I dropped off the map, man. I started working. I changed what I was doing. My job changed, and it's one of those situations where and I'm very true to the situation where like if you either you keep up or you get ran over. And I kind of got left behind. But I've had so many people like Chosen and you've always supported my stuff, and I wanted to, what's up, man? What's up, my man? So I just said, hey, I'm gonna get back in it. I'm gonna get back in this thing, man, and I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna have fun with it, and we go talk shit.
Well,
We
you're
go
doing
play.
great, man. I think that all your stuff you did is freaking awesome. It looks great.
Dude, I'm actually gonna come out with a tour. I'm gonna do a tour video. My wife's been bugging me. She's like, dude, but every time I think I'm done, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah. And editing stuff can take a long time.
Yeah, I don't have time for it. I don't have time to do a lot of edits. I'd rather just do live stuff and kick it.
Yeah.
And like I like me and Brad, Papa Brad.
Yeah.
We got cool because he came down here, and we both have these big things for pinball, like old school pinball halls.
Yeah.
Pinball stores. So like if you see, like I got most, like I think a large handful of my videos are from me traveling around. So like everywhere I go, like when we travel, I went to Seattle. I had to find a place to play pinball. I went here. I went to Tennessee. I go here. Like I'm going back to Vegas. So my biggest thing, I want to go to the big, the Pinball Hall of Fame out there in Vegas. Yeah. So I want to go there. So like I make those videos, and I try not to step on his toes. I know that's Brad's thing. Like he does like the video thing, like. So I know I just do what I like. If I see a game I like, I play. I suck at everything. So like if you want to just
I do too. I mean, we all suck at stuff until you get good at it.
Dude, only game funny. That I was I suck at everything, dude.
Well, you're not suck at streaming. Your stuff's looking crisp as as hell. So it's fancy. I feel like my background's all dreary and dark.
Hold on. What's this? Louis says, I have not bugged you. You just trying to kid. That's my wife. I forget you. Forget you, lady.
Oh,
she, and you know what we did? She see her setup is fancy.
Oh, is it? It's
yeah. She's like the dual monitor Mac setup, and she has the PC, and she has artwork, and it's beautiful, and she has flowers, and I got LEDs.
She's like the fancy Instagram kind of advertisement setup kind of looking thing. That's what I always love those setups. People have those nice desk setups.
He said, "Oh, UAG, get mad, Dad. OTG, let's go, Voltron Force." Real talk, man. But so, hey, I'm not against it. Me and Nick, we know UAG. We talked about it a lot. You know, he's told me, he's like, man, get your stuff together, man. Like, he's like, man, everybody misses you, and I get it, man. Whenever I go into a room, man, people always say, "Hey, Mike, man, when you're gonna do this, or when are you gonna do that? When you're gonna come back out?" And I was like, I didn't think people really care. Like, I got literally, subscribe if you're watching all 7 people. Subscribe. You know, I don't have a big larger subscriber base, so you know, I got to the point where I stressed
think you have more than 7 people, so they're probably all subscribed to you.
You know, I was stressed about it at first.
Yeah,
I was
got
like,
that way too.
I was like, man, people must don't like me, you know. But then I've never been. I was the kid that could, you know, play by myself when I was younger.
Yep.
So it didn't really bother me. It bothered me for a second. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I got set up. I got a lot of funny stories. Want to hear another one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what happened when we started doing these pinball machines. Yeah. I had the back box, and everybody started getting the custom back boxes when well, it was before then when
just Bobby Vu was
when Bobby was making them, and that was me and Bobby. We talked before about some old ROM stuff that we should do, and Gene and Mad Dad. We always talked about that stuff, and Bobby came out with his back box. Say, bruh. Oh, thanks, man. I love you, man. I appreciate it, brother. You always been there. Hey, no matter where I go, Chosen's like, hey, man, when you coming back? When you coming back? I was like, I'm trying. So I try to get it, man. So, but we was doing the back boxes, and I watched what's my boy what's his name? God, don't I feel so bad. I'm gonna be
not good with names.
So I'm not either. And now that we're talking about our stuff, I'm like what we're doing is gonna be crazy because is
it a creator? I can start.
Yeah,
it's not like
give me the big one in our realm.
Like Retro Ralph or
no another one
or the Prime guy.
Not Prime, not ETA Prime, but I mean just like with RK one like real big Nick, what's his name? Nick, come on, man, help me out. Golly, I feel like a real simp right now.
No, you can't remember their name. That's the opposite.
No, that's horrible. Like, I mean, because I know he does all the videos. He does all the stuff, man. He gets everything.
P-Dubs.
Michael B. P-Dubs and Michael B. Yeah. So I was there. You go. I'm sorry.
That's awesome though.
No, not gamer. P-Dubs. Yeah, here he goes. He said Dubs. So I like Detroit. I always thought Detroit was so cool because Detroit just is like
I like Detroit.
Yeah, man, and I was like, man, this dude is the coolest. He's the illest. Everybody else is cool, but he's like so ill. He's just
so chill.
I mean, like I don't know. He's like Run DMC in the middle of it, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
He's not like a disembodied voice and hand,
dude. When he finally started making videos with his whole face in it, I was like, oh my god. It's like what was the singer like the Sia when she finally let you see her face? I was like, oh my god, it's the Sia of the gaming world, right?
I've never really watched that guy's videos. Everybody talks about him all the time, and I'm like, what is this guy that everybody loves?
Yo, ETA Prime is all his stuff is dope, man. But he has so much stuff, dude. He'll mess you up, bro. Because you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I want. I want that, and you go throw all this money at like something, right? And then he comes back next week. He's like, oh yeah, like like this is it now. I was like,
so he's just troubleshooting in real time and seeing what works, which I've done that. And then I stopped those videos because I did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you can output your Steam Deck at 4K. But like, yeah, but you're stuck at 30 frames per second. Like, I started realizing, I was like, oh, shit. So.
Yeah. So he reminds me of my uncle too. So finish the story. So we was all doing this stuff and everybody was talking about it. And and I feel lucky. Buy Stuff Store had actually gave me the opportunity to get a back box from them early.
No, that's pretty cool.
I didn't get it.
Oh,
And I wasn't mad.
cool.
I wasn't. Yeah, I did. Well, the whole thing was I was like, I felt like they. No offense. I really. By the time I did the add up of everything they were telling me, I was like, it's like $600-700. I was like, and I just told you, I'm a fabricator by trade.
Yeah, you can make it.
So for me, that's really hard. It's hard for me to
justify that cost.
Yeah, to justify the cost, and I know what's in it. At the end of the day, and I know what you're really paying for is somebody's labor, and I'm not against that at all. I understand it.
Yeah.
I get it. He said #mod, so I get it. But I was like, I can't do it, and I was talking to Bobby, and Bobby was like, gonna be like, I said, Bobby, man, I need you to do a back box for me. Bobby was like, no, Mike.
Why? Because he already was doing 100 of them or something.
No, at the time he wasn't. He was not doing 100 of them. He was like, he only did like, I think he did Nick's, and that's when me, Nick, and Gene were doing a lot of streams together, and he was doing Nick's, and he did Kongs, and those were like the only two at the time. So I was like, cool. I was like, yo, I need you to do me one too, because I got the pinball first. I was like, I think in the first 50 or first 25 people to get it, and I had got my pinball machine that early.
That's pretty
I
cool.
had all the bugs. Like even when my main board, I
had all the bugs.
Yeah, I did. I did. Man, my main board just
congratulations.
My main board fried.
Oh, there's a little
not too long ago.
There's an actual bug in my light. Little bastard.
When I gave them my number, like my reservation number and everything, like literally the person for customer service was like, they was like, holy shit, like you have like a first run, first press pinball. Yeah. It's like, and the bad thing was, it wasn't like they were tripped out because of the number. They were like, you haven't called us yet. Like, you're one of the only people who there's pinball she hasn't
that she hasn't heard too.
Yeah. So like I was finally in that realm.
That's hilarious though. They're like, we thought this one didn't get delivered or something.
Yeah, I was like, they was like, holy shit, like you finally came, hit us.
Hilarious.
Like they didn't even give me no problems or anything. They was like, no, this is what you need. We already know. Like, okay.
Well, I've never updated my ALP. It's still sitting on whatever it was shipped with for a firmware.
Dude, you gotta update it.
No,
you got to get like, it's like the one piece of firmware like you can go to and stop.
No, it'll break it. No, it's like 4.5 or something that it's sitting on, which is old. Yeah. I don't know. So but it works. Everything works on it. I'm not touching it.
Yeah. So everybody, so Buy Stuff Store started. No, Bobby was doing a back box for Detroit.
Yep, he
did Detroit's back box. I know nothing about this. I have no idea. I know nothing. I'm at work. I'm in my work truck. Me and my partner. We're chilling. I get this random phone call. I look at my ID on my phone. It says Detroit. I was like,
oh,
I don't know any. I got some cousins in Detroit, but I don't really talk to people in Detroit on a regular. So I don't know what is going on. And I pick it up and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
His voice is awesome. I love it. You did a good job on it there, too.
Hey, this is Detroit Love. Is this Mike? It's like, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, hold on. I was like, oh my God, did this really just happen?
It's like hanging out with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson called you up.
Say, hey, what's up, man? What's up, Mike, man? Hey, I love your work, man. You're doing an awesome thing, man, for the fight community and for the game community. Dude, you are a treasure trove of knowledge. I'll sit back and I listen to some of the stuff you be talking about, and I was like, how does this dude keep all of this stuff in his head? He's got like cue cards, and he's like they are really like, they gotta be doing like some kind of pregame workout with this one. Like, but he's just that good, dude. He
could be a doctor. He knows more about that stuff than doctors know about the human body.
Yeah, man. I was like, this dude he
can be Dr. Moat.
Dr. Moat. That's your new nickname.
Yeah, Dr. Moat.
Hey, Dr. M. Like was what was the movie with that? That was it Chevy Chase. What not Chevy Chase? What's his name? Doctor whatever. Doctor Detroit.
Detroit Love is awesome. He's so chill though. Like
dude, but he called me and it was weird. It's about like my Mike Tyson story. He called me. I don't even know I'm on this dude's radar. Like to me, like all these guys in this community is on YouTube. Even though I have this little bitty YouTube channel, I think all these people are celebrities. I sit back and I'm watching multiple streams on different things. I got a stream on my phone, a stream on my computer. I'm watching people. I'm like, all these people are cool as hell, right? And Detroit's like that dude, right? So I get this call, and I was like, what does Detroit want from me, right?
Love.
So he's like, hey, Mike, man, I heard that you was doing some things with some monitors. With some monitors, and my monitor messed up on my thing, on my pinball machine.
Sure you're not a voice actor? It's like if I closed my eyes, I'm like, shit, man, that sounds like a lot like D-Love.
Hey, dude, he's like, hey, I need a new screen. See, Bobby's doing a thing with my back box, and my screen broke, and I got to get a new one. I don't want to buy a whole another machine to get. I was like, dude, I told my partner, I said, pull over. Like I'm literally, I just told you, I met some celebrities. I've met some big celebrities in my life. I am freaking out that Detroit Love just called me, dude. Like I'm like, oh, like I can't. Yeah, I was like, dude. So I was like, okay, I got to get my shit together, right? I was like, let's pull over. So I'm like, okay. So it shows like I'm spot on. Yeah. So I was like, hey, Detroit, I looked at these particular monitors. I don't know if they really work. I haven't had the issue. He's like, okay, I'm gonna try these, that. So I gave him a list of stuff. And he gave me, I have his cell phone number, and that's like my treasure trove of shit in my phone. Like I literally have a direct link to Detroit Love. Like dude, because he's so fucking cool. And he was like, dude, this is Detroit Love. And I was like, dude, this is the coolest shit ever. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He's one of my favorite super game room dudes.
Dude, I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry, P Dubs and Mike and most of you guys.
They won't take offense.
When y'all on, man, if y'all doing something cool, real cool that I like, it's cool. But hey, man, if he ain't on there, man, he brings a hat of coolness on there, man. It's like he need to be sitting back with a Billy D, a Colt 45, or what I'm saying, a cigarette or something, man. It's like he's like a sex talker or something. Man. He's like, hey. Detroit Love. He's so goddamn cool, man.
Like the Billy D. Williams sex talker.
He's the Billy. Detroit Love is the Billy D of gaming, bro. That's it. You just hit it. He's the Billy D of gaming.
That's awesome.
Hey man, get you a cold 40 ounce of Billy and sit back and watch some Detroit Love and get twisted. Hey, just stop. Hey, it's Detroit Love. You know what I'm saying, dude? So hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was ecstatic, man.
Oh my goodness.
We say, hey, you ain't right. Cool at the other side of the pillar. Say cooler than the polar bear toenails. Ain't lying, boy. He cold. He is it.
So, well, that's why they get him to do the intro and outro, because he has the voice and he's so cool. He got it.
You know what? I'm a see if I can pull the string. He might have to do my intro.
That'd be awesome. Give him a call.
I'm going to call him like, look, hey man, I don't want nothing else from you. I just need to get this, man. You got to do me an intro because he's so damn cool, man. I'm gonna have like a video of Billy D walking across with the Colt 45, and I'm gonna have Detroit Love coming on with it. It's like, hey, man, this is the coolest shit I ever seen in my life, man.
I feel like a teenager who just smoked pot for the first time and laughing for the last 4 hours.
Hey man, it's so much fun, man. I love this stuff, man. That's what's we got to keep it real, man. Just have fun with it, man. The gaming stuff is cool. We're here because of the game. We talk about the gaming stuff, the Steam Deck, and all this other stuff, man. But it's cool, man. It's just our experiences. It's the experiences with gaming, man. It's this always other level, man.
Yeah,
we
all grew up going to malls and different arcades and I know that my local grocery store had a freaking arcade in the back near the bathrooms.
Oh, you know, some of them did. They really did.
Only one of the ones that I grew up by had it, but I was like, Mom, give me $1. Give me $1.
Yeah.
My parents hated me. Give me $1.
No, they loved you, man. They loved
Give me $1.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. But Nick, man, I talk about these people I've met. He be talking about them laundromat wars and stuff. I used to go to the laundromat with my aunts and stuff, man. They would do raggedy ass video games. But hey, you was stuck playing them because you had to do nothing else for 2 or 3 hours. Like you got to remember, the washing machines and dryers back then weren't efficient.
No, they weren't.
So it's not like you were like getting these super fast washers and everything. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, man. But I met that guy. He came to my house and stayed in my house. We did Southern Fried Gaming, and he made sure that I took him to the most trashy restaurant ever. Yeah, Nick, I'm calling you out. Trash can food. We paid $100-something for the worst food ever. It was horrible.
Did you go to a Hooters?
No, hey, I'm about to cut the stream off. I like the Hooters buffalo shrimp, man. I like the Hooters buffalo shrimp.
I've never been. I want to go. I was gonna say I'm kind of jealous.
The Hooters is good. I like Hooters.
There's only one near me, and I'm not driving.
You come to Atlanta for Southern Fried Gaming.
We're gonna go.
You're going to Hooters. Hooters is nothing like what people think it is. It's not that good.
Oh, it's like Buffalo Wild Wings with waitresses that are wearing orange crop tops.
That's it. It's the Buffalo Wild Wings before Buffalo Wild Wings was Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's right. That's right.
He's talking about show me retro. Hey, dude. Hey, that food was horrible. I don't know, Nick, what did you buy? He bought something that came out. It was like something. He bought a piece of chicken that came out smelling and tasting like fish. And this place is big, man. It's like a big restaurant, dude. It's like a big restaurant right there, man. It's like they were packed. We had to wait to be seated. I bought like this meal that was huge, and their portions are gigantic, man. But man, it was horrible.
That's funny. It was gross.
What do you say? Hooters is literally 3 minutes away from me. Hey, man, it's Atlanta, man. We got so many Hooters, it's ridiculous. And my wife, I had to con my wife into going to one. So
I don't think my wife would go into one with me.
Dude, literally like everybody think they're skin tight. Like they're literally have on clothes. They have on tights. They're not skin. They have on these shirts. Everything's like super thick. It's just they hire curvy girls.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I'm going in there, I'm not going to not look at everything. And my wife is probably like, do I want to watch my husband like gawk at like young women? Because most of those girls are in their 20s.
You're not going to gawk
at 40.
You're not going to gawk at them. You're going to get your food and you're going to be talking to your friends and you're going to be talking to your wife. And dude, because once you deal with your waitress, you're done. Trust me. Yeah. Now they got a place down here called Twin Peaks. I don't know if you got a Twin Peaks at your house. I'm not going there with my wife though.
No, but so in Boston, right near the baseball stadium there, near where there's a freaking, what is the place called? I can't remember, Boston Billiards or something. But all the women that work there, where it looks like they're all the ladies from those weird 80s rock videos where all those women were wearing the same outfit and they were strumming the guitar. Do you know that song? But it was like that. And they're all wearing skin tight clothing and they're all very curvy.
You see this dude? He going in for the chicken. You're going in for the chicken breast.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I need all the
the chicken breasts.
Oh, this has been a good time though, man.
Man. We got to do it again, man. I'm having a good time. Like I said, we didn't get to a whole bunch of gamer stuff, but hey, man,
we kind of did. Like we had our fun stories in between the gamer stories,
Yeah. Always say, you go look. Yeah, you go look, man. You go look, but it's like this, okay. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna
my wife and your wife might watch this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get. But see, the thing is,
like, look, these degenerates.
But check this out. I'm so me and my wife. I married my best friend.
Yeah,
man, my wife is a gamer. She was a gamer before like me. My wife, I love cars. She was in the cars before she met me.
You're making me
So
jelly. My wife's my complete opposite.
no, man, it's funny, man. It's like
There's pluses and minuses.
yeah,
Remember, your wife is watching. He said,
yeah, because he knows my wife. He's met her. He's
That's awesome.
It's cool, man. But I married my best friend, so I talk to my wife about everything, dude. Like it's very few things that I can do that I won't talk about. I can't talk to my wife about. So,
but he's like, his views are not mine. What is he doing?
See you
later, chosen one.
All right, dog, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming by, man. We appreciate you coming by. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. We're gonna end this soon because Lord, we've been on here almost 2 hours and we just been cracking up.
It was a fun time though. I had I said, my cheeks are hurting. I keep yawning to try to like stretch my muscles. But it's good. That's awesome. That means I have a perma smile.
He said, and Bree is view. Yeah. Hey, remember that when you need somewhere to stay.
Yeah. I am looking forward though. I want to come down to the Southern Fried Gaming.
Yeah, please. Like I told anybody who's coming down, I'm gonna do it when I do this.
I'll probably get a nice hotel room and we'll have a party. And you can invite the wives. We know Hooters ladies.
I was like,
it's not.
Last time I went to a hotel party.
No, not sure, not shady. Invite the wives.
There's a lot of strippers and oil and some money going on.
I got a funny story about. I'll tell you sometime about. I went to a bachelor party and I was like, "Man, wait, what are you doing? I'm not that drunk, people. Like, it's a bad idea."
I am remembering that. I got you.
That's awesome.
But yeah, my wife. She takes other people's sides, so it's okay. It's all right. She takes everybody's sides with mine. She's cool. She's cool. I go to sleep with her and I wake up with her and then she's like, yeah, I hate you. Like when somebody else says something else, like she's like, yeah, I'm on their side.
That's just because she's giving you a hard time because she loves you.
I know it.
That's awesome.
She busts my balls like nobody else.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, Mike. It was awesome.
Well, hold up. You're not. I know. Hold up. Hold up. Let me do this. Let's make this. Yeah. Let's make this easy. Hold up. Where is it? I'm trying to fix this. Where is it at?
Ooh, that's fancy. Oh, that's fancy.
I'm trying to do. Hold. Oh, I got it. Where is it at? I gotta go. I got. I can't do it. I got it. I can take all this off, and because it's not. It's just up because it was just up in my thing. But I don't consider this my stream or my show. I know it's. I said,
but I mean it's your channel, and that's just your contact info-y stuff. That's not a big deal.
And I appreciate it, man. The fact that I reached out and you said that you would come on, man. And
anytime, man. Like anytime you ever want me to hang out.
We made it small. Look at it. Boom.
Yeah. But now look, you got your room's nice. Looks very nice. My room.
Oh, there it is. Now you can see it. Okay, you can see my room now. Okay, so there we go. Boom.
You the pinball table back there.
Yeah, I like
the skins you put on that thing,
man. Okay, I finally. Real quick, last story, and I'm done. I didn't make my back box after the Detroit Love story and the Bobby story. I didn't make it. That's when JC from Tulsa said, "Hey, I'm gonna make some back boxes." Okay. And I was like, okay, I'll get one. I'll be honest, he did me a solid. He gave me a really good deal on it. Nice. The first one he sent out, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures I posted, man. It wasn't packed very well, and it looked like somebody at FedEx had a really, really bad day because it came in like 250 pieces. I was like, I asked JC, I said, hey,
it's not a Lego set, so there should not be that many pieces.
Did you send me a puzzle? I don't get it. It kind of resembles a back box.
That's hilarious. But they took care of you, so that sounds like.
Well, yeah, he sent me another one, so I was so excited. He did a pretty good job. He did what he had to do. He sent me one out, and I got it in, and I'm an asshole when it comes to tech. I can't wait. I'll admit it. I get it. I told you I turn these on. I got all this. I do stuff on the fly. I'm with it. Boom.
I like learning on the go too. That's how I figure stuff out.
Yeah. So I got the back box. I ripped everything apart. I went into it. I started hooking stuff up, and my freaking main board fried.
Oh,
you know what? My main board fried.
The connector thing was swapped the other way or something.
No, I didn't turn anything off.
Oh, you just started unplugging.
I just started plugging shit in.
Well,
so when it fried, I wasn't even mad. I was like, look at this shit here.
Look at this fucking what I just do. Oh shit.
I was like, damn. I said, yeah, I did. I looked at my wife. I said, well, shit, fuck it. I did it. There you go.
Yep.
I got a really pretty pinball machine. Don't even work. It don't work. I mean, half of it worked. Like the play field would kind of work, but the back part, like, and it's funny. The screen wasn't gone. Yep. None of the screens were blown. Like I could hook it up to my bypass, the little, not the VIPs board, but the other little bypass board we had before.
Yep.
The VIPs. So I knew my screen worked. I knew my play field worked, but the sound didn't work anymore. And the back glass wouldn't come on with it direct. So I was like, this bullshit. Yeah, and I kind of did some shady shit to try to get all my shit back up, but it didn't work out either. So I just let that go. So, I guess me being honest, and I can't do the shady. So it didn't work. So I end up buying a thing, but that was my thing. I end up having to buy a main board. Like I said, when I actually called and I sent them the email and ordered the main board, they were kind of freaked out. Like he finally submitted his ticket. Like all of the first 50, he's like, you're the last one out of the first 50 that haven't called for a part. So.
Well, I mean, I think I did probably similar things to what you were talking about in the past. Things are expensive, man, and when you don't get what you want out of it, you try to get the most you can out of it.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So it's
I won't fault you for it, man. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was, in this, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't. When I say I was disappointed at myself.
Yeah,
I was not mad at all, though. I was like,
I have a story that's similar like that, but it's the story that made me not ever buy something from a certain company. I bought my kid an iPod Nano for her birthday.
Okay.
And that same day she put a little rubber case on it, and that same day my dog bit it and broke it. So she had it for like less than an hour, and it was like ruined.
Wow.
And so I was like, I called up Apple, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't buy Apple Care on it. No, we're not helping you." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Not even like a make good." I was like, "It was a birthday present. I'm not made money. Like, can you help me out?" And they're like, "No." So I had a similar story with Google, though, with their Google earbuds.
Okay.
They're magnetic, and I had them on my computer, and I had a coffee down below, and I tried to take them off, and they're kind of like egg shaped, and they went whee out of my hand and landed right in my coffee.
Well, hold on. If Brad is still on, the guy that was on earlier, doesn't this story sound familiar, Brad? With his Beats earbuds?
So they like flew into my coffee, and I was like, "Oh shit." And I took them out real quick, and I actually rinsed them off because sugar water is dangerous to electronics, but water is not dangerous if you dry it before you turn them on.
Yes.
But they're battery supplied, so they're always on. So I was like, so they worked until the battery died, and then they would never recharge.
They wouldn't charge again.
That's where it was severed.
The connection right there.
Yeah. So I called Google up and told them. And since I had these for a day, I dropped them in my coffee, and they're like, "Oh, no problem. We'll send you another one." And that thing that was $120 item, and the thing from Apple was $120 item. Google had no problem helping out a customer.
Dude,
Apple effed me over big time and I was like, okay, well, I'm never buying anything from you again, because that's no skin off your back just to send me another one. You could even refurbish this one and resell it to
like, hey, like just take it back.
Get a new screen and
even I can even say, hey, look, you pay. How about?
Well, yeah, I even offered. I said, how about a discount since it's our fault.
Well, what would have been cool if they were like, okay, buy Apple Care now.
Yeah, or I even offered that. I was like, can I buy it now? And they're like, no. And I was like, you're not doing very good customer service here. So that was the last thing I ever bought from Apple for myself. Well, I have Apple products, but my work sends me them to test stuff on.
Yeah, I'm about to
crap,
say
but
I can't say anything of this. My PC, which you'll see in my live stream later, in my video later.
Yep.
Is the very first PC Windows based PC I've had in about 10 years or so.
Oh, well, Apple makes good computers. They're just expensive. And
let's see if I can do this. I'll give you a kind of brief set if I can show it to the camera. So this is, if it'll show it.
There it goes. Ooh, that's fancy as shit.
Yeah, that's my setup right about.
Is that right in front of you?
Yeah, that's what's in front of me right now.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's it. So
that actually came up pretty good on your camera. I'm surprised.
I mean, yeah.
No, like it auto focused and sorted itself out. Like most autofocuses wouldn't have been able to do that. Dude,
quick. This thing is a Sony, man. It's got the baddest auto, but it has this thing called showcase mode. So I don't have it on, but if I raise it, like right now, I have to do it like that. But if I raise it up, it'll come in and out. So it's got like a showcase mode. Yeah. So it's actually,
but no, it's smart enough to know your face was still in the scene there, so it didn't want to unfocus your face. I think.
Yeah. Well, I have eye on.
Oh,
it's catching my eyes. So even no matter what's going on behind me, it's still on my eyes the whole time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's like a little mini computer in your camera to do that.
I can't wait to take it somewhere and take it out.
No wonder it costs so much damn money.
It didn't cost a lot. It's just, I mean, in the realm of cameras like this, I'm really
talking about
cheap.
Like comparing it to like an Elgato that's $200.
Oh
yeah, that's what I was comparing it to.
Yeah, well, oh my god,
my DSLR, like when I bought it brand new, it was like a $2,500 camera. Now you can go buy the camera body for $200, and you can go buy that lens for $300 because it's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
So this lens you see me on, this is a 10-year-old camera you're watching me on right now.
I got you. See, and I just got this lens last week.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the camera since Christmas. I just got the lens. I wanted the lens, so.
Well, it looks nice. Like I said, it always looks super duper crisp.
Oh, well, thanks. Much better than the camera I had before that was throwing all kind of weird colors and photo and shade everywhere. It's my $35 Amazon special camera.
Yep. Hey, that's what I use for work, man. I got a crappy $30 special that looks like some security camera from 1980.
Gotcha. So
look, I won't keep you, man.
I'm not gonna hold you. We've been here. We're 7 minutes away from 2 hours. I will honestly say this. I've done some streams before, and I've had some really, really fun streams. Yep. I'm not gonna deny anybody that I've had in fun streams. This has been one of my I will put this in my top 2 streams ever of my whole catalog.
Because I didn't realize it was 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it went by that fast, dude. It went by that fast. So it's awesome. I totally appreciate you coming through. And this was let's see, hold up. Okay, so I'm looking at my stuff. Okay, I'm looking at my stream deck because I don't know how to use it. It was programmed for me, and I'm just not using it.
Well, I love it, man, and you're doing great. Keep it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this much. I'm gonna say, hey, man, I appreciate you coming through. I hope we have much more, and next time we probably won't be as long. We'll be focused on the stuff that we're supposed to do instead of just talk about everything else. Instead of talking about Mike Tyson for 30 minutes.
That was fun. I love that story.
Yeah. So I just, man, I enjoy it, man. So if you ever want to do it again, man, I appreciate it. If you never see us again, that means Endless hates me, and he's not telling you.
No.
I'm joking. Please take. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I'm just joking.
Letting the outside party know that he's joking.
And I was just joking.
If it is, it's probably because I'm gassy. No, I'm just kidding. No. So, we're gonna definitely do this again. I would like to see even more. Like, if we got UAG on one time, and do a little
three-way. Forget Nick, man. I'm not cutting no Nick.
All right, then Nick, and we'll get Detroit Love on here.
Nope. Detroit's gonna be that special. That's like my birthday. That's like
that's right. Yeah, him and you, yeah.
Yes. No, we can all be on there, but I gotta have my Billy D and I gotta be sitting back chilling. That's my Detroit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get Detroit Love on. I'm gonna just ask him to say the alphabet.
No, man. Give him like get voicemail from him and get a new ringtone and
Yeah,
stuff.
like, hey, Detroit, I need you to record all that. I'm gonna send you a list of stuff over
List of stuff.
Everybody was like, who,
New
but you know what
voiceover.
the crazy part is? Like when other people hear, they're like, who the hell is this dude on your shit?
No, it'd be like that's Detroit love. They'll know.
It's like, no, trust me. I'm like the only gamer in my neighborhood that I know about. Like I met a guy. Me and my wife were out somewhere, and this guy was like, "You're M.G.K," and I was like, "Dude, I literally have 112 subscribers. There ain't no way in the hell you know who I am."
He did though.
But he did. It was crazy.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
So, but yeah,
well, I appreciate it, man. It was awesome. Thanks a lot. It was
all right. Thanks,
it was
man.
fun.
So I'm gonna say thank you again, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut you out so you can get away. If you just hold on for me for a minute, and I'm gonna get you up for a second. So, hey guys, yeah, it's been 2 hours, 2 hours. So, hey, I appreciate it if you came by. All the people that came by, thank you so much for coming by. I know it's been kind of crazy long. We talked about everything but gaming. We talked about some gaming stuff and things related to gaming, but I appreciate you sticking around, man. We just having fun. That was the whole point of this, man. We just want to have a little fun. Nothing serious, nothing crazy, just having a little fun. So I appreciate it. I know Endless appreciates it. And to all you guys, man, you are very much appreciated. If you want to know from me, you are very much appreciated. You guys brought me through some stuff. My 112 subscribers that I have, you brought me through some things, and I'd like to say thank you very, very, very much for you guys showing the support and love for me. Like I'm seeing, like Chosen was here, man. He's always bigging me up. He's always talking stuff. Nick's always talking stuff. Hey, I appreciate Moat for coming through. My wife, she came through. She's one of the watchers. So, I appreciate you guys for coming through, stopping. If I missed anybody, please charge it to my head and not my heart. So that's it. I'm gonna say peace out, guys, and thank you for coming through.